My beautiful ones, I am so happy to be with you today and for this radio talk, this voice to go everywhere in the world. We are receiving emails from so many places and I can feel you. I hope you can feel me too inside of your heart. Today, we're going to be talking about the colonization. The time has come for you to revisit yourself and be able to make this work. The colonization, it really creates this big distortion in the human being. The distortion of your own vibration. It was designed to very much separate you of who you are. Today we want to go into these aspects of yourself, the elements within yourself, to tell you in an organized manner what is that place within you and what happened to you. As you know, water element represents your emotions. The earth element represents your body. The air element represents the spirit. The fire element represents your mind. And colonization really started with that emotional part of it. Everything is very related with the emotions. Because in every decision that you make, in every part of yourself that it takes place, it is emotion always part of it. And recognizing those emotions and where it comes from, then you can eradicate the colonization within your own self. It is true that for such a long, long time, wars and destructions have been in all humanity. Many invasions in situations that you have as a culture, as your own place, and how it was all these infiltrations in that original vibration of all humans. It is true that it is coming from that dark side that it wanted to overpower, that it wanted to destroy you. And that destruction begins to happen with that big open door about emotions. In the colonization, they told you what to feel, how to react, and how you were very much reduced into something that you were not. They told you that you were not good enough. They told you that you were lesser than somebody else. And you translated everything into those emotions. That is why you are easy to manipulate, because they know exactly what they put in your heart. Emotions has been a big, big deal for human being because the colonization wanted to deny the emotions. So you didn't learn how to deal with those emotions. You didn't know how to understand emotions. And emotions have so much energy, so much power, that when you use it for your highest good, it is an amazing power. You know that you come into this realm because of love. You needed to understand those lessons of love. And sometimes it's messy love, it is beautiful love, it's all kinds of love, all kinds of relations that you translated into love. Everything that you see, that it is completely communicating, it is because of that love that you are. That love that it has always been there. That love that regulates you and also make you understand consciousness. Overcoming the colonization in your emotional body, it is very, very imperative because it is guiding you into the new culture of the new world. Understanding why they put those and what it was designed, that colonization. The colonization in the emotional body was very much designed to put you down, make you not believe in yourself, make you feel that you were not able to do anything, make you feel powerless. And that has been a big, big tragedy in the world, because that is exactly what you need to understand and embrace right now in order to see this new world. You have the air element, the spirit. Through the colonization, they told you that you were a body that holds a spirit, and it is exactly the opposite. And when you change the whole perception of yourself, you as an spirit, you will see that there is no time, that there is no linear time, that it is not what it makes you, your body doesn't make you. It is not what they told you, that you needed to somebody else to connect you with the one that created you. You don't need anybody. You have always been in direct connection with the one that created you. For this is life. This is who you are. This is what it meant to be the true human being. You see, this element, it is such a powerful thing to consider, because removing that colonization, that it was that infiltration, it really creates a very different scenario for you. They told you that things from the spirit were separated from the third dimensional reality, and you thought that first you need to be in charge of that third dimensional reality, and then the spirit. And it is actually backwards. Once you take care of the things of the mother, you will take care of everything else in a much more simple manner. The mother will make it possible. You will see all these synchronicities in your life when you put the spirit first. When you put the spirit first in all your relations, also it creates this incredible understanding. Those relations become holy, because every relation, it is sacred. And when you see the things in a sacred manner, when you see the people in a sacred manner, all the relations come into that beautiful divine order. And I'm very much understanding of this world of oneness that you are. You have the earth element. You recognize this very beautiful planet, and you remember everything that has happened in this planet. Colonization has been very much brutal, because it makes you feel the place of belonging doesn't really exist. It makes you feel that through those genocides and situations that has come for the brown people everywhere in the world, that you were not good enough, that you needed to turn into something else, that your traditions and your way of thinking was not good enough, and it needed to be westerized, whiterized, in order to cope into different realities, in order to make it better. People forgot their own original language, where the codes of the original DNA resides. People forgot their ways. People following somebody else's path, not understanding that the path is so unique that only you can see it. And embrace that responsibility. You remember. And through that remembrance, you're bringing back your original vibration. In this element is where resides that original vibration. Why you're here, who you are, where are you going? The ancestors always said you need to know where you come from in order to know where you're going. And that has been very, very powerful because make you understand that you come from the source, that you are the source, and this is where you're going. Because in every step, it is your goal. You see, when it was the colonization about this, it was imposed different ways of perception of yourself, thinking that you needed to leave behind your own traditions, your own culture, and in to embrace somebody else's culture thinking that it was better. And it wasn't. You just forgot who you are. And when you remove all these parts of the colonization of this element, your purpose will be much more evident. You will recognize who you are and understand those ways. Then there is the fire element. The fire element, it's about the mind. This has been so completely manipulated because people have forgotten how to think. You see, mind is beautiful. It's such a beautiful tool. Yet people have forgotten how to use their mind, how to understand the mind. Thoughts are sequential. And through that sequential, you are directing how to think. Many people thought that thinking was not available, that the system was telling you what to think. And it creates a big, big distortion in your own consciousness. Because thinking the way that everybody thinks, it really creates that big, big distortion. So when you question everything, it is good for you. When you're questioning your belief system, it is good for you. It is a good understanding of who you are and moving that part of the colonization that told you what to think. In some cultures everywhere in the world, they say you need to think whatever the neighbor thinks that doesn't think. And the neighbor needs to think whatever the other neighbor thinks that doesn't think. Or when somebody asks you, what do you think? You think that you need to respond accordingly to that person, instead of truly going deep inside and ask yourself, what do you truly think about that situation? Mediocrity mind has been imposed on the people everywhere in the world. And that is that colonization, the mediocrity mind. Trying to copy somebody else's way of thinking. Trying to copy somebody else's tradition. Trying to copy somebody else's ways. Just to be able to cop into a society that nobody really belongs. The mind, it is very powerful, and it is the time for you to rewire your brain. Everything, it is linked with something else. There is not one single thing separated. The mind has all this neural network. And those neural network that you use all the time over and over and over again, it creates this very set mind that doesn't allow spiritual growth, that doesn't allow to make the things different. understanding how to use your mind, to put it out of the box, so to speak, to rewire your brain and think different, to use the things that you have, use the things of how to rewire your brain, breaking your own routines in your thoughts. It really creates the new path that it is just right there in front of your eyes for you to unfold it. All the elements work together. All are interconnectedness because there is nothing that it is truly separated. Understanding the spaces within themselves through the elements, it is understanding much more of who you are. The colonization, they wanted to be sure that you feel less about yourself, that you cannot trust yourself, that what it is expected from you, it was only about the third dimensional reality, and then it was imposed. This is what it is, the reality, and that's it. They make you feel that the value is about money, it's about, I don't know, materialistic way of thinking. And that it is coming into an end because you can hear this voice within yourself, this one, the one that created you, that it is guiding your way, that the value that you thought that you were, it is not about what you're good for, accordingly to a system, but about who you are in this incredible light that you are. And when you see yourself in that way, all your relations are going to change because finally you will be able to see you as you are in this incredible being, working with those elements within yourself. It will give you a map of what happened to you and how to remove that colonization that it has been so devastated, really a tragedy in all humanity. Yet it is beautiful when you're able to see it because it creates that path of understanding of the true human being that you have always been. Yes, we do have a school online where there is all this spiritual work that people is doing. Yes, we have priestess ceremony coming this month, and it is beautiful that it's going to be an eclipse in that time of priestess. You're welcome to come. Keep on sending us all these emails. Yes, we are making healings, and we can do this too through the phone, online, in a virtual reality too, wherever you are in the world. This is your time, and you do have the assistance that you need. But this is the time that you sit and organize yourself. Where are you? And remove that mediocrity mind and those emotions that is slowing you down. And remove all these wrong beliefs that it has been pushing you down. Yes, this is your time. I love you. I can feel you. I am you. I am Magdala. Grazie, comadre, for your work.